So picture this. It's midnight in Moscow.
Okay.
Right. A blizzard is just howling outside. I mean, it is dumping fresh snow and slush all over these frozen sidewalks.
Oh, sounds miserable.
Yeah, totally miserable. But navigating through all that ice, just completely undeterred by the weather, is a six-wheeled autonomous robot.
Just rolling down the street.
Exactly. And sitting inside its heated, insulated cargo bay, a bowl of slow-cooked, centuries-old traditional borscht.
Oh.
And you ordered it from your phone like exactly 15 minutes ago.
That is just, I mean, that visual perfectly captures the paradox we're examining today.
It really does. It's this almost jarring collision of hyper-futuristic technology and deep ancestral culinary heritage.
Right, because when you strip away the familiar international giants, what rushes in to fill that vacuum can evolve in just completely unexpected directions.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we are getting into today. Welcome to the deep dive, everyone. We are looking at the booming Russian food delivery market as it stands right now in 2026.
Which is massive, by the way.
Oh, absolutely massive. We've got sources projecting this industry will hit over $12.85 billion by 2029.
That's a staggering number.
It is. So our mission for this deep dive is to explore the research we've gathered on the top apps, the cutting-edge tech making these delivery times possible, and, how convenience is fundamentally colliding with traditional culture.
There's a lot of ground to cover.
There really is. Okay, let's unpack this. Because whether you are a food tech nerd looking at predictive algorithms or a traveler planning a trip, or honestly just someone fascinated by how domestic brands completely re-engineer a market from the ground up, this is basically a masterclass in logistics.
It really is. And I think to truly grasp the 2026 landscape, you have to look past the food itself for a minute.
Right, look at the infrastructure.
Exactly. You have to examine the massive domestic tech ecosystems that have completely replaced the international players.
Yeah.
Like, you aren't going to find Uber Eats or DoorDash operating here.
Right.
Instead, local infrastructures have evolved to just absorb all that demand. Take Yandex Eats as, the primary case study here.
Yandex is huge.
Oh, massive. Back in 2017, Uber actually merged its regional food delivery operations with Yandex. Yandex was already the local tech giant.
Oh, I see.
And eventually, Uber just sold off its remaining stake entirely.
So Yandex basically swallowed them whole.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But Yandex didn't just take over that market share. They weaponized their existing technology to scale it up. I mean, today, they connect users to over 60,000 restaurants and retail shops.
60,000?
Yeah, and they've expanded across borders, too. Kazakhstan, Belarus, Armenia, Uzbekistan.
I mean, managing a network of 60,000 restaurants is just a staggering logistical puzzle.
It really is.
And the way they are moving the food is, well, that's where that blizzard visual comes back in, right?
Robots.
Yes. You aren't just seeing delivery drivers on bikes anymore. You are dodging these Yandex rovers on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
But I actually have to ask about the physics of this.
Right.
Because, I mean, a lot of delivery robots struggle to get over a slight curb in sunny California.
Yeah, they get stuck on a pebble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how on earth is an autonomous rover reliably navigating a Russian winter to bring people their dinner?
Well, it requires a highly ruggedized approach. I mean, to both the hardware and the software. These aren't just, plastic toys.
Right.
The rovers are built on a specialized six-wheel chassis that's designed specifically for snow and ice traction.
Oh, so they've got real grip.
Exactly. But the real magic is the sensor array. They utilize these advanced LiDAR systems, but, and this is key, they're equipped with internal heaters.
Wait, heaters for the lasers?
Yeah, so the lasers don't freeze over or blind themselves in the middle of a snowstorm.
That is wild.
And furthermore, their mapping algorithms are continually learning from each other. Like, if one rover identifies a newly formed snowbank blocking a crosswalk.
It tells the others.
Exactly. That environmental data is uploaded and shared with the entire fleet instantly. They dynamically reroute.
So they are essentially crowdsourcing a real-time topographical map of the snow.
Yes, a hive mind for snow navigation.
That makes total sense. And, looking at the sources, Yandex is building a serious walled garden around this tech.
Oh, definitely.
Like, they have over 100 million monthly food and recipe-related searches on their engine. So they just started buying up complementary services to trap that audience in their ecosystem.
Great. They acquired ED-Deal, for instance.
Yeah, this massive coupon and deals app, and a meal kit service called Food Party. They are really covering every single base.
They are, but, they aren't the only ecosystem in town.
Right, Cooper is the other heavyweight.
Exactly. Cooper.
Which, I was reading they rebranded from Market in July of 2024, right?
Yeah, that's right. And their reach is just wild. I mean, over 360 cities and towns.
Wow.
But their operational model is completely different from Yandex.
How
Well, instead of building these massive, expensive proprietary warehouses, Cooper pulls inventory directly from the shelves of major established retail chains.
Oh, like grocery stores.
Yeah, giants like Petaranchuk and Magnet.
Yeah.
And they even deliver pharmacy and veterinary supplies using this exact same model.
It's basically a highly decentralized asset-light strategy then.
Exactly, by leveraging the physical footprint that these massive supermarket chains have already spent decades building.
They avoid all the real estate costs.
Precisely. The staggering costs of urban warehousing are just bypassed.
It sounds almost like a software layer draped over existing physical infrastructure. Like putting a smart grid over an old electrical system.
That's a great way to put it.
You don't build new power lines, you just route the electricity smarter. They use APIs to sync with the supermarket's live inventory, turning the aisles of a local grocery store into a localized fulfillment center.
Yeah, the shopper just runs through the aisles for you.
But I'm stuck on a broader implication here.
Okay, what's that?
Well, between Yandex buying up coupon apps and meal kit companies, and Cooper integrating deeply with massive grocery monopolies and corporate tools like Spur Business,
Right?
isn't this just a massive monopoly game? Like, are we just watching a couple of giants force everyone else out of the market and effectively kill innovation?
Well, you would think so.
Mm-hmm.
And antitrust regulators certainly scrutinize these massive mergers.
I would hope so.
But if we connect this to the bigger picture, creating these inescapable super apps is actually a survival mechanism in this specific geographical market.
A survival mechanism.
Yeah, rather than just a predatory monopoly play. I mean, think about the logistics of operating across a country with 11 time zones
Oh, wow. Yeah.
and massive seasonal weather shifts. Isolated single-service apps just bleed cash. The customer acquisition costs are way too high.
So they have to bundle everything together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
By pooling grocery, hot food, pharmacy, and even corporate catering into one unified backend, they achieve a density of orders. Like, you might order dog food in the morning, a coupon-discounted lunch at noon, and a meal kit for dinner,
All in the same app.
all using the exact same payment infrastructure and delivery network. That constant engagement is literally the only way to subsidize the massive infrastructure costs of those LiDAR-equipped rovers and API integrations.
Wow. Okay, so they need you living inside the app from breakfast to midnight just to make the math work?
Pretty much.
So Yandex and Cooper have built these massive walled gardens, but reading through the research, there seems to be a flaw in that super app model.
Which is?
It's built for scale, not impulse. Like if
Yeah.
you are cooking dinner and suddenly realize you are missing a single onion,
Right.
a massive aggregator coordinating with a giant supermarket is often too clunky.
Too slow.
Exactly. And that gap in the market, that raw, immediate consumer demand, is exactly where a hypervelocity player like Samokat stepped in.
Yeah, Samokat entirely redefined the concept of velocity in this market.
They really did.
They specialize in everyday essentials and groceries, and they engineered their operations to guarantee a delivery window of between 15 and 30 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yep.
And their operational rules seem designed to intentionally lose money. Like, they have absolutely zero minimum order requirement.
Not at all.
If you want one single apple, they will bring it to you.
They will.
And their delivery fees are flat and incredibly cheap, like ranging from 0 to just 149 rubles, depending on the time of day. And if you spend over 1,500 rubles, delivery is usually totally free.
Which is crazy for that speed.
Wait, I'm genuinely confused by the economics here.
Right.
If I order a single apple with no minimum order, a 50 ruble delivery fee doesn't even cover the writer's time, let alone the wholesale cost of the apple.
Right.
Are they just burning through venture capital to acquire customers, or is there a logistical trick I am missing?
Well, the mechanism keeping them afloat is this micro-fulfillment node model.
Micro-fulfillment nodes.
Yeah. They aren't dispatching a driver from a centralized warehouse across town for that single apple.
Okay, that makes sense.
Samokat has engineered a network of hyperlocal dark stores hidden away in residential neighborhoods,
So they're right next door.
basically.
Mm.
Each node covers a delivery radius of maybe 2 kilometers.
Oh, that is tiny.
Exactly. And because the radius is so tight, a rider on a bicycle is often taking 3 or 4 micro orders on a single algorithmically optimized looping route.
Ah.
The whole loop might take 12 minutes total. The software bundles your single apple with your neighbor's heavy grocery order.
I see.
So that routing density turns a loss leader transaction into a profitable bundled trip.
Okay, the algorithm is literally playing Tetris with the neighborhood's immediate craving.
That is exactly what it's doing.
Here's where it gets really interesting to me, though. The research shows Samokat checks the expiration dates on their goods twice a day.
Twice a day.
I barely check the milk in my own fridge once a week.
Right.
And on top of that, they allow returns up to 7 days after receiving the order.
Which is unheard of for groceries.
How on earth do you manage inventory that's strictly across hundreds of micronodes without employing like an army of manual stock checkers?
They rely heavily on predictive AI for inventory management.
Okay, AI.
Yeah. I mean, a traditional supermarket might stock 50 types of milk and just hope they sell.
Right.
Samokat's micronodes might only stock 3 varieties. But their algorithm knows exactly how many units of each will sell in a specific neighborhood during a 4-hour window.
Wow, down to the 4-hour window.
Yes, factoring in local weather and historical data. And the scanners they use instantly flag aging stock.
Oh, so they know it's about to go bad.
Exactly. And the system dynamically pushes those items to a happy hour discount section on the app's front page.
To clear them out before they expire.
Precisely. It's an incredibly disciplined, self-correcting inventory loop.
So the sheer volume and the algorithmic precision totally offset those tiny margins.
They do.
And this optimization extends far beyond groceries, right? It brings us to the hot food sector.
Oh, absolutely.
Specifically, niche players like FoodBand. Because if Samokat is the 15-minute grocery savior, FoodBand is the Moscow-based 24/7 lifeline for hot comfort food.
They are everywhere.
They specialize in pizza, wok dishes, poke bowls, and sushi. I read they boast over 25 varieties of pizza alone.
It's a huge menu. And their pricing structure is also carefully tuned to nudge human behavior.
How so?
Well, delivery fees stay low, between 59 and 149 rubles. And it actually becomes free if you order over 3,500 rubles.
Classic incentive.
Yeah, and they offer a 5% cashback loyalty program to keep retention high. But because they operate around the clock, they implement a 100 ruble night surcharge between 11 p.m. and 5:59 a.m.
The midnight sushi tax.
Exactly.
But what fascinates me is the broader statistic the research points out here. The total online food delivery market reached 645 billion rubles back in 2023.
Huge market.
And the average delivery time across major cities has dropped to a blistering 32 minutes. How does a company cook a fresh wok dish or a fully customized pizza and get it to your door in 32 minutes flat?
The secret lies in the rapid expansion of dark kitchens.
Right, cloud kitchens, right.
Exactly, cloud kitchens. These platforms are systematically stripping out all traditional consumer-facing infrastructure.
So no dining rooms.
No dining rooms, no cashiers, no display windows, no prime retail real estate at all.
Where are they cooking?
They operate out of low-rent, windowless industrial spaces. You might have a single massive prep line where chefs are cooking Italian food, sushi, and burgers simultaneously.
All in the same room.
Yeah. Fulfilling orders for 3 completely different virtual storefronts on the app. By focusing purely on algorithmic prep lines and delivery logistics, operating costs just plummet.
And prep times are shaved down to minutes.
Exactly.
So we basically have an incredibly optimized algorithmic pipe.
Right.
The ecosystems, the micronodes, the dark kitchens, the logistics are practically perfected. But what is actually flowing through that pipe?
Oh, the food itself.
Yeah, this is where the story gets deeply cultural for me, because we are talking about ultra-fast, 15-minute tech colliding with one of the most historically slow-cooked, methodical cuisines on the planet.
It is a striking contrast in values, for sure.
Yeah.
On one side of the spectrum, you have companies like Elementaree.
Elementaree.
Yeah, they are a meal kit delivery service tailored entirely for the modern, time-starved consumer.
Okay.
They deliver pre-washed, pre-sliced, pre-measured fresh ingredients with these step-by-step photo recipes.
Just assemble and cook.
Exactly. The whole promise is that you can cook a calorie-calculated meal in exactly 15 minutes.
Wow.
It costs about 2,500 rubles a day for 2 people, and they utilize promos like a 5-meal trial for 1,850 rubles just to build the habit.
So it's this hyper-optimized, pre-chopped meal kit culture.
Right.
But then look at the traditional food Russia's actually known for.
The comfort food.
Yeah. This is food that tells a story of harsh climates and communal endurance.
Absolutely.
Take borscht, for example,
Yeah.
quintessential soup.
Oh, delicious.
It gets that vibrant, deep burgundy color from julienned beetroot, simmered slowly in a rich beef broth with cabbage and meat. It's this earthy, complex dish, usually served with dark, crusty black bread and a generous dollop of sour cream to balance the sweetness of the beets.
You cannot rush those flavors.
You really can't. And the same goes for pelmeni, those incredibly savory little meat-filled dumplings.
Oh, I love pelmeni.
Usually served swimming in a hot broth or drenched in butter and topped with sour cream. And folding the dough for pelmeni was traditionally this communal, time-intensive family activity.
Exactly. You sit around the table and fold them together.
Right. Then there are pierogi, versatile, baked or deep-fried pastries stuffed with anything from ground meat and cabbage to sweet cherries.
So good.
And we can't forget solyanka.
Oh, solyanka's a big one.
It's a soup so thick it's practically a stew, packed with finely cut pickles, onions, herbs, and meats, usually garnished with a squeeze of lemon juice. It is salty, sour, and deeply savory.
And very time-consuming.
Exactly. Traditionally, a proper solyanka takes hours of simmering on a stove to integrate all those acidic and savory notes.
Yes, powers.
Which begs the question, how do you dark kitchen a 4-hour solyanka for a 32-minute delivery window without it tasting like a heavily processed TV dinner?
Well, the industry solves that through hub-and-spoke commissary.
Hub and spoke?
Yeah. The actual 4-hour simmering of the complex broths and stews happens overnight in massive centralized industrial kitchens on the outskirts of the city.
Oh, so they do the slow cooking centrally.
Exactly. They develop the deep flavors, vacuum seal the bases, and ship them to those hyper-local micronodes we talked about.
I see.
So when you tap order on your phone, the local dark kitchen isn't cooking solyanka from scratch. They're doing the final 3-minute assembly.
Ah.
They bring the broth to temperature, add the fresh herbs and that final squeeze of lemon, and just hand it to the driver.
They have mathematically separated the time-intensive prep from the time-sensitive delivery. That is brilliant. They preserve the chemical complexity of the slow cook, but modularize the final assembly.
Yeah.
But, it brings me to a massive cultural paradox. The research highlights blini, these thin, crepe-like buckwheat pancakes that symbolize the sun.
Oh yes, blini are hugely important.
You can stuff them with smoked salmon or honey and jam. Russians cherish blini so much that they dedicate an entire week-long festival to them called Maslenitsa.
Pancake week.
Pancake Week. Families gather, share inherited recipes, and cook together.
It's deeply cultural.
Right. But wait. If they have an entire week dedicated to communal cooking and celebrating tradition, but at the same time they are ordering 15-minute pre-sliced meal kits,
Yeah.
or getting hub-and-spoke pelmeni delivered by an autonomous robot, are they just outsourcing their culinary heritage to tech companies?
Well, what's fascinating here is how the 2026 market data highlights that exact tension.
The tension between the two.
Yeah. We are seeing ready-made and pre-cooked meals surge in popularity. And the driving factor is that time-saving convenience has officially taken priority over traditional home cooking for a massive segment of the urban population.
Just out of necessity, probably.
Right. The pace of modern life simply outstrips the time required to fold pelmeni from scratch on a Tuesday night.
So they still deeply crave the traditional cultural menu. They just need an algorithm to do the heavy lifting of making it fit into a modern schedule.
Precisely. And cold economic reality is shaping these menus in other surprising ways, too.
Oh, like what?
Take health trends, for example. On the surface, health-conscious ordering is growing. People want nutrient-rich, macro-balanced meals.
Sure, everybody wants to eat healthier.
So you would assume plant-based menus would be exploding, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But the data shows that plant-based options are actually declining in some of these delivery sectors.
Wait, declining? That seems entirely counterintuitive. If health-conscious eating is on the rise, why would plant-based options shrink?
Supply chain logistics.
Supply chain.
Yeah. The specialized ingredients required for complex, modern plant-based alternatives are becoming too expensive to source, store, and transport efficiently within the strict parameters of micronode inventory.
Oh, I see, because the nodes are so small.
Exactly. When you only have 2 kilometers of radius and 15 minutes to deliver, you have to stock what turns over reliably.
So the algorithm just weeds it out.
Yes. The cultural ideal of sustainable eating is running headfirst into the economic reality of dark kitchen profitability. If a menu item doesn't make logistical sense for the algorithm, it gets cut, regardless of consumer ideals.
Wow. Okay, let's unpack this. So what does this all mean?
Good question.
We started by looking at Yandex's 6-wheeled LiDAR robots navigating the snow, right? And Cooper's API Smart Grid pulling inventory straight off the shelves of grocery monopolies across 360 cities.
The massive infrastructures.
Right. We've seen how Samokat defies economics, using micronodes to drop off a single apple in 15 minutes.
Russ.
And how centuries-old, slow-cooked comfort foods like borscht and solyanka are being chemically preserved and modularized to fit a 32-minute delivery window.
It's a total transformation of the food system.
It really is, because whether you are studying global e-commerce systems or you are just someone hoping to get a decent meal delivered to your hotel room, this market proves that localized convenience is the ultimate king.
Unquestionably.
This technology isn't just about moving food faster, it is fundamentally reshaping how a culture interacts with the very recipes that define it.
It is a profound shift in daily human behavior.
Truly.
And, if we look closely at where this data leads, it raises a lingering question.
What's that?
We know that cloud kitchens, micronodes, and 15-minute apps are systematically pushing out traditional home cooking.
Right.
We know that supply chain costs and algorithmic efficiency, rather than purely human desire, are dictating what survives on these menus.
The plant-based decline.
Exactly. So if this extreme pursuit of efficiency continues to strip away the time-intensive communal preparation of dishes like solyanka or the shared dough folding of pelmeni, will these beloved, deeply regional comfort foods eventually be entirely outsourced to corporate commissaries? Will the concept of the family recipe become a thing of the past, permanently replaced by an optimized algorithm?
Man, a heavy question to leave you with today. Next time you are scrolling through an app, just waiting on a delivery, take a second to think about the invisible army of robots, dark stores, and algorithms making it happen.
And what we might be giving up for them.
Exactly. What cultural traditions we might be trading for that convenience. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Keep questioning the world around you, and we'll catch you next time.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care.